We don't know each other. It's the first time that we are meeting, and you're here on my YouTube channel to give your story and your point of view about youth in Malta. Miirko, welcome on my YouTube channel.
Very nice to meet you.
Thank you for taking the time to be here. Miirko, you were on Love in Malta
Yes.
with a little part of a short clip where it says that you love your country, but you would like to leave.
Yes, exactly.
And you're Maltese.
Exactly.
When I saw that clip, I
familja
straight away said, oh my God, I would like to meet this young man just to hear his story and to understand more about why the youth would like to leave this country. Because it's so funny, I'm a foreign guy who moved to Malta and I'm loving it. You love your country, but you would like to leave.
Yes, exactly.
Could you give me a bit of a background about yourself, since 1 minute I've been talking on my own?
Yeah, so
Who is
basically, I'm a student right now at the University of Malta. I'm in my final year. I study European Studies.
Okay.
A little bit about me personally. I'm from where we are right now. I'm from Mosta, the beautiful city in the heart of Malta.
Sorry to interrupt you. You
Yes.
chose the place. Guys,
Yes.
you can see the beautiful scenery behind. When people say there is no greenery in Malta, ta-da, we have a bit. Where we are?
We
What is
are
this
in,
place?
this place is called Il-Ġnien tal-Arusa tal-Mosta. It basically means the garden of the girlfriend of Mosta.
Okay, can you say it again in Maltese?
Il-Ġnien tal-Arusa tal-Mosta.
Il-Ġnien tal-Arusa tal-Mosta.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
This,
90% good.
this is a place, where I grew up a lot over this place. Where we are right now, it's on the Victoria lines. These were used in the
Okay,
Second World
where
War.
we're sitting right now.
Exactly, they were built by the English. And for me, this place, it means a lot to me. I have a very good memory of this place from my childhood and even now. You find me a lot over here.
Yes, and we're filming here.
Exactly.
As per your own request, and I'm liking the place. I like it, so thank you for showing me this area as well. Miirko, how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
21 years old. Before we dive very deep into the topic about why you would like to leave Malta, I would like you to tell me a bit more about yourself growing up in a country that is so international. When you were studying, and still studying at the moment, are you only Maltese people or there are foreign students in your class as well?
Well, right now in my class, to be fair, my course is a very international course. So
Okay.
we do have some students, I would say the vast majority are Maltese students, but we do have some students who come from all over, from Italy, from Hungary, from Germany, from lots of different places. But mainly right now it would be Maltese students in our course.
Okay. How do Maltese people, Maltese youth, accept foreign people into their classes, into their university?
I think my generation, the young people in Malta especially, we do accept foreign people. I think we try as much as possible to try to learn about different cultures and different traditions, and I think that's what makes our generation such an intelligent generation, because we actively seek to learn more about different cultures.
Yes. I don't want anyone to think that we are taking any political sides or anything like that. This video, it doesn't have anything to do with politics. We are just giving your point of view, my point of view. Maybe you can enlighten me with something that I don't know. Maybe I can enlighten you with something that you don't know. So please, I know that my videos, they always get comments and people saying this government, that government, this they're doing, that they're doing. I completely understand. Guys, please, we are not taking any side in this video. I would like to put that clarification there because I don't want even you to get any hate or anything like that. So, Miirko, why would you like to leave Malta? Why did you give out that statement?
The video which was uploaded on Love in Malta's social media, I think it was not just my point of view. I think it's the point of view of many people my age, even older than me, who don't really see much of a future for our generation in this country. And I did not say the things I said, because I don't like my country or anything, because this is the country I grew up in.
You said you love it.
I said I love it,
Yes,
exactly.
yes.
It's the country I grew up in. I have so many friends over here. My family is over here.
Yes.
So of course, if I ever do leave Malta, Malta is still in my heart, you know, obviously.
Yes.
But it's more of a decision which I would have to take in my best interest, in my personal interest. Um,
Is there anything, sorry to interrupt
no,
you,
no, it's fine.
but is there anything that at the moment it's there that you don't like, that it kinds of add up onto you getting that decision to leave the island? What are the things that you don't like them at the moment and you think that they could be changed for a better future?
Well, I think, unfortunately, in Malta, the quality of life is rapidly deteriorating. I think that if we compare Malta 10 years ago to the Malta today, some people would say you don't even recognize the same country. Um, I think one of the main reasons for this is so much urban development, which has been planned poorly, and there are construction sites everywhere you go. Um, as well, apart from this, I think the traffic problem in Malta is quite unique. I mean, we are a country
Unique.
exactly. I mean, if you compare it to other cities, you know, outside of Europe, you would expect some type of traffic in major urban
Yes.
cities, you know. But we are a country of 500,000 people. Now 550,000, I've heard. Where, you know, you could easily get from point A to point B in 10, 15 minutes. And, you know, today you spend 1 hour, 1.5 hours in traffic just to get from point A to point B. And I think something really needs to be done about this.
For me, when I'm seeing the traffic, I don't know, maybe because I got used to it, it's okay. But when it comes to the parking, it's terrible.
Yes, yes.
Because we don't have that many places where you can park the car, and then people get frustrated. But I believe that what it makes us having this vision that the traffic is bad in Malta and unique in brackets is the way of how we are driving here on the
Yes,
island.
yes,
I have
very
noticed something, I don't know if you have noticed yourself, but I have noticed that people here, they always go with an attitude, me first, or I'm the priority,
Yes.
and everyone is in a rush. Like the regulation is there are wardens everywhere, I can see them on the street, but we as human beings, the way we drive and the way we rush to get somewhere, I think we are making this even worse. When it comes to the cost of living, you're 21, you said.
Yes.
Usually when I have interviews with people, I always ask them like, how much do you spend per month? Because they pay rents and stuff like that. You don't pay rent, right?
No.
No, you live with your family, so you don't pay rent. But how much a 21-year-old spends roughly in Malta per month? Like,
It depends what they, I mean, generally, let me give a general overview. For example, someone my age would generally have a car, you know, they would pay for petrol, they would pay yearly insurance. Of course, you know, my age, you don't want to just stay at home, you want to go out and have some fun. I would say, average, I think we would spend maybe 400 to 500 euros. I think that would be the general. Of course, you'd have some people who are more extreme on either
Yes.
side, you know, but I think that would be the average.
do you work at the moment?
Yes, I have a part-time job.
Because of the studies you do work part-time.
Exactly. My course generally is aimed for work abroad. You know, work in Brussels and work in major European institutions. But you can have work opportunities in Malta. The government offers some types of work. You know, whether it be diplomacy and well, anything like this. You know, European funds. You can usually work for the government, but you rarely can find any type of work with my major in any private organization.
So this means that after you finish your studies, you will be maybe looking something abroad.
Most probably, yes.
Most probably. Which countries are you looking into? If you
My-
have to move, which country would that be?
I think me personally, I'm not going to put the career side into this. I would say like where I would go, where I know they have a very nice quality of life. I've lived in Poland for 6 months on Erasmus. Poland is such a wonderful country, such a wonderful country.
What did you like the most?
I mean, firstly, you know, the fact that you go outside, you know, there are bikes everywhere. There's the metro, there is easy public transportation, there are parks, huge parks, you know, where you can go enjoy time with your friends or with your family. I think that's a major part of my decision in that case. But these are the things that I look for. I look for calmness and sort of, as well, you know, when you go to a country like Poland. I was in Warsaw. Warsaw, it's such a big city, and anything you need, you can just find it over there. You know, maybe over here we have a problem that to get something we need to import it directly. So of course, because of that reason, stuff like, for example, clothes in Malta are really expensive compared to the rest of Europe, and you know. Basically, that would be the reasons I've mentioned before were the main reasons which I liked Poland so much. But of course, there are other countries which I like. I like Spain a lot. I know Spanish. I think it's very.
You speak Spanish as well?
Yeah, just a bit, just a bit. It's more of the quality of life, because over here a lot of people feel as if we live in a bubble, sort of. You know, when you're an island, a small island nation of 500,000 people, you know, everyone knows each other, you know, in Malta. And some people just want to escape that type of society and mentality. And it can be a good thing, and it can also be a bad thing in this case. But I think people in my generation, and even me personally, I think we view the rest of Europe especially as, in brackets, the real world, where, you know, we feel as if you go to the rest of Europe, you can basically do whatever you want and have no problems in career searching. You can live.
You can be successful.
Successful.
You can have more money.
You can be comfortable. You know, stuff like this.
You have a point of view like you're going abroad, so you can have more of a comfortable life. What does it make you uncomfortable living in Malta? Is it the work-life ratio? Is it
yes,
the money?
That's a big factor, you know. I think a lot of jobs which you look for after you graduate, the work-life balance isn't there. There isn't like really, like a lot of people, you know, once they graduate in Malta, unfortunately, their life just becomes work. Which you know, I think it's a good mentality to have, you know, that you want to keep on increasing and keep on achieving in your professional career. But I think at the same time, there needs to be a way that you can sort of relax and be comfortable. And something else, you know, a lot of people, once they graduate, the salary they get is not often that good. And unfortunately, we see many times people who just graduate from university or from MCAST. They're living paycheck to paycheck, and they really can't save up because they need to pay rent, and the rent price is always increasing.
Yes.
You know, and I think that's one of the major problems which we are facing as a generation right now.
That's why I see a lot of Maltese still living with their parents.
Yes.
Because I believe nowadays it's a bit difficult to save up enough money so that you can buy something to live on your own.
Exactly. It's a shame. It's a shame.
I agree. You know, I don't know if you know, I mean, I'm gonna say it out loud, the audience that is watching my videos, they know, and because I have a video about it. I bought an apartment here in Malta, so I don't pay rent anymore. I used to, and I know how does it feel when you pay rent, and now me having the place that I call my home, it's completely different story. But I do know how it is when you have to work and do live from paycheck to paycheck, and bills are due, rent is here.
People in Malta, a lot of people have the mentality, don't rent, try to buy.
Yes.
But when you look for a loan, many banks don't give you that loan because you don't have enough of a salary to take a sufficient loan.
Now, when it comes to the salaries that we mentioned, do you think that all this influx of people coming over to Malta, it's affecting the salaries that are being offered nowadays?
I think maybe not directly. I think, you know, we've seen for these past 5 years, I think especially during, exactly before and after COVID, a large influx of foreign workers who are coming to Malta for a better quality of life and for better work. You know, I think, and I would like to speak quite a bit on this subject because I think it's something that a lot of Maltese people, even in my generation, we feel a lot. We're seeing many foreign workers, and unfortunately, many Maltese people also see this just in a really 2D lens. We're seeing a lot of people from India, from Bangladesh, from Nepal, from Pakistan, you know, and these countries which we were not used to, you know, when we were younger,
Yeah.
seeing people from these countries, and many Maltese people are finding it difficult to adapt, and many Maltese people actually question, should we adapt? And there is a sort of sentiment nowadays within Maltese people that, you know, I can't really accept that these people are coming here, you know, they're working these jobs. And of course, people see it on two extremes. I try to take a central approach. I think some of the things that Maltese people say, I think they may have some point. For example, many of these jobs are in catering sectors. They're in many of them go to be nurses. Many of them carers. They drive buses. You know, and many Maltese people say they don't know anything in Maltese. It's very difficult to communicate with them, and especially when you have something as important as a nurse. You know, and my grandmother is in hospital and she only speaks Maltese.
Yes.
I think some people would like to see some foreign workers come and attempt to learn some Maltese. As well, many people say that even the level of English is not that good, and I would disagree a bit because I've met many foreign workers with excellent English. But of course, for some people, it is also the case that their English skill is not good, and I think that is one of the frustrations that Maltese people have towards.
So we kind of get that vibe of xenophobia on the island, and
I wouldn't say xenophobia. I wouldn't say xenophobia because I think if we compare to the rest of Europe, I think Maltese people are one of the most welcoming nations on earth, and it's just a case of this is something we're not that used to. For Maltese people. Of course, Maltese people also have a great sense of pride with their culture and their nation. You know, we've been colonized by everyone throughout our history, and some people view it as a threat. Now, I don't think that's a good mentality to have, but I think some Maltese people are genuinely frustrated, and it's not a case of xenophobia or racism or anything of the sort.
I'm a foreign person myself, yes, and living in Malta. Although I understand Maltese, I do speak, but not fluently. So I think that, like, for example, Norway, Malta should impose the same thing. If you are having foreign people working in these essential positions like carers and in hospitals, even bus drivers, these people, they have to have at least a basic knowledge of Maltese.
I think so as well.
Because, as you said, your grandmother, if she's going to the hospital and she speaks only Maltese, why does she need to waste the time to express herself with hand gestures or anything like that?
I think so as well.
Regardless if we're having a deficit of people that can work in these sectors, I do believe that as much as we are waiting the time of like these people are waiting for like 2-3 months to get their work permits, this time while they're waiting to get the work permits, these authorities here should invest into these people to learn the local language while they're waiting for the work permits and stuff like that.
I think in regards to this point, Alex, I think it's very important that I want to make the point, like, it's not actually the people who come here's fault, because, you know, they see English as an official language, you know, and they say, I'll do well with just English. I think it should come, there should be a measure in place that you know, you have to learn basic Maltese at least. No, it's fine, it's fine. There was a bear?
No, I'm just seeing this and I didn't know that we are so close to this place. Let me get down. When it started, the wind, I was like, oh.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Sorry. This is a very controversial question, which I have an answer as well from a foreign point of view, but I want to hear your point of view. Let's put it in this way, very basic. You are Maltese and you are applying for, let's say, basic job opportunity. And at the same time, there is a foreign person that is applying for the same position. You both get the position and you both get the same pay. Do you think that this is equal? Do you think it should be like this? Or do you think that you as a Maltese, you should get a bit more than the other?
To be honest, I think it's absolutely fine if we have the same pay, in that circumstance, because we applied for the same job. And I think you should get the same pay in that case.
I asked this question a
Yes.
colleague of mine who is also your age, and I told him that I'm gonna meet you. And I said to my friend, I'm like, you know what? I want to ask you, but tomorrow I'm gonna ask Miirko the same question. And he told me the same thing as you said, that you should both get paid equally, the same. I'm not talking about qualifications, whether he has more or education, no. But there is one little thing that, in my opinion, I think a Maltese should get paid more. You know what? The language.
Yes, I thought you were going to say
Because
that as well.
you have something more. We are talking about basic, we are not talking about science, or we are not talking about any IT or something.
Can I put it in another way then?
Tell me.
I think if the question was, there is only one position and it's between you and the foreigner who doesn't know Maltese, and the foreigner gets the job, I think
That's disrespectful for
I
Maltese.
think in that case, it wouldn't be so nice, because personally, if I was that
Yeah.
person, I would say, but this person doesn't know Maltese, and I can communicate more effectively, Many Maltese people today, when you go to a supermarket, when you go to a convenience store, when you go, anyway, you don't see Maltese people working these jobs, and I think
1 in 10 markets.
yes, exactly. I think maybe you will see someone 16-year-old, 17-year-old, who just wants a summer job or something like this.
Yeah. It's true, convenience.
Yes, exactly.
That's what I see.
And I think, and many, I think, of your followers who are foreigners, I think, would not know this. Many Maltese people do not take these jobs. Why? Because usually the salary is not that good, and the government has a very large public sector, and so Maltese people, a lot of them, I will not generalize, because a lot of Maltese people also work in the private sector. But for these basic jobs, there are so much opportunities in the public sector that Maltese people would rather go and work in the public sector. So
It's less stressful for them.
exactly. So this is why you don't see many Maltese people working these kinds of jobs. But at the same time, I think it's also sort of a shame, because me as a Maltese person, sometimes, when I go to a convenience store, I would like to speak in Maltese to the person who is who I'm paying, sort of.
Yes.
And I think that's as well one of the major frustrations.
We have so many hotels, so many restaurants, so many bars, so many establishments in the catering, hospitality sector, that there is not enough Maltese people to work in these
Yes,
places.
yes.
Like Sliema Promenade, there is not one hotel. There is over 10 hotels in less than a kilometer long promenade.
Yes, yes.
So all of these hotels, they need to have at least between 50 and 100 employees. And that's only one street. What about the rest of the island? What about all the restaurants that you find them all around?
That's very true.
So the more we build when it comes to hotels, bars, restaurants, the more people we will need, because there is not enough. And unfortunately, having so much money here on the island and being so greedy as well, we get more and more establishment. So
Yes.
with more and more establishment, we get more and more foreign workers. Miirko, I think that this is going to be my longest video that I have ever done on my YouTube channel. You have the honor. And also you are the first video for 2024. I wanted to make more videos, more with Maltese, to show more the tradition, the culture of Malta through my YouTube channel. This is my goal for 2024. I want to have more Maltese people, and I'm happy that you're here, honestly. So thank you once more for spending some time here today with me. Sun is down. We
Yes.
started with so much
That's right, that's
sunshine,
right.
now the sun is down. I want to start closing off the video, and as I'm asking foreign people, I will ask you as a Maltese. Tell me at least 3 things that you would like to change here in Malta to make this a better place for people to live in.
Well, firstly, I would like to see a future where Malta is less dependent on cars. I think cars are one of the major polluters of this island, and I think that in a country as small as Malta, you don't really need cars. in general. Of course, this would go hand in hand with a better public transport system. But other than that, I would like to see better pedestrian infrastructure. I think that I was speaking to you earlier about this. The sidewalks in Malta are so small. It's very difficult to walk in general in Malta. You can't really get from point A to point B in Malta by walking generally because the infrastructure is not really made for pedestrianization. And finally, I would like to see a country where we preserve more our environment and our green spaces. I mean, look right behind us. You know, this is one of the most beautiful, I think, parts of Malta, and I think it's a shame to see
a hotel being built here.
Yes, I think that would be a shame. But I think we need to conserve our environment and be more environmentally conscious as a whole on this.
I like your points of view as well. I like the way you express yourself and you mention how you feel about the current situation, what you would like to change. I agree with most of the points, if not all of everything that you have said until now. Is there anything else that you would like to add on before we close the video?
I mean, there is so much to say. We could spend 24 hours over here.
We can spend another 40 minutes starts from now.
But if I would say anything, especially to your audience, Malta is a beautiful country. The Maltese people are, in my opinion, maybe I am biased, but some of the best people that you will ever see anywhere in the world. And I think if anyone would ever like to visit Malta, you should come. It's so beautiful. Come in summer because summer is the best, of course. But
super warm. Don't forget.
Exactly. And you know, I just want to make an appeal to everyone, to people my age especially, that you have to voice your opinion on. If you are not content, you have to voice your opinion. You have to show everyone what should be changed. What do you like in other countries that Malta doesn't have, but we should have. I think that should be the main message of what I have to say in this video, because the way I say things, I'm not saying anything out of a bad place of heart. You know, I want to say I want to bring the issue that so many people want to leave to light, because if possible, I don't want anyone to leave. I don't want to leave if possible. But we need to see some change. We need a brighter future, you know, for the country and the people who live in this country. And I think it's time for students and teenagers and the general youth to speak up about what they would like to see change in Malta.
Yes. You know, the youth in Malta is actually the future of Malta, so it will be in your hands. Of course, at the moment someone else is orchestrating what's happening, but it will affect your life. And honestly, when I saw that clip of you saying, I love my country, but I want to leave my country, I really don't want, even you don't want to leave. Yes, and wow, another 10 minutes of the video. We're never closing the video.
It's going to be a long video.
I know. But I genuinely, from the heart, want to wish you that things will be as they should for the youth to have a more comfortable life. So not even a single thought will cross your mind to say, I want to leave my country. Because your country, as you said yourself, it's beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm so happy that we brought a Maltese in my channel as well. If you enjoyed it and if you would like to add something more, the comment section is open down below. If you enjoyed watching this video, guys, please make sure to like it down below. Don't forget to
subscribe
to my YouTube channel. And until I see you in my next one, bye.